Hello and welcome to the Wealth Connoisseur. This is Dan Lentz. Cima facet, my Romanian friends. What I want to speak about today is challenges. Now, recently we've arrived in Romania, and as you can imagine, it's been extremely challenging. Especially with our 1-year-old son. He's pretty intense, and to make matters worse, I was at the gym and I dislocated my left shoulder. I had the bar above my head. I should have known better. I've dislocated it before, and bang! The pain was just something else, and I screamed out. Guys ran through to where I was and tried to help me, but I did not know the language very well, and they don't know English. And I put it back in, and I remember tears in my eyes with the pain. It was just something else. I medicated myself for about 4 days. I noticed that my attitude was really not that good. I've really been getting into photo and video lately. Here's a beautiful picture I took of this church that's really close to where we're at. And it's a wonderful church. It's not just a church, it's a fortress. I watched a video about Martin Hartley, who is an extreme photographer, and he seems to love the cold weather. And so he describes how he'd rather photo on horrible days rather than sunny days.
If you're a photographer that's bothered about the weather, then you should be working in a studio, not outside, because that's the one thing you cannot control ever. And I love bad weather. The worse weather, the better, I think, for photographs. There's nothing more boring than a sky without any clouds. I'd rather not shoot in that. I'd rather shoot in a whiteout where you can't see anything, because it changes the whole feel of the photography you're doing, and then you have to really think about how can you make nothing look interesting.
And it made me think about life itself. If we look at life, there's seasons, and there's sunny days where everything goes well. I had a day like that today, basically. Went for a beautiful pasta, had a beautiful bottle of wine, and had a lovely walk. Everything went very well today. However, we have days that really test us, and days that are quite something else. So say with the weather, they're a bit of a blizzard, they're a bit of a snowstorm, and they really test us. And after watching Martin Hartley have such a fantastic attitude, and I encourage you to check out the full video, it's something incredible what he's achieved with photography. And his attitude is just something else. And so I've been changing my attitude daily to be more positive about the challenges. I've been doing my best to face the pain of the day when it comes up, or face the inconvenience in the day. And I know this can help you. When you have challenges come up, because we all will, you will have days that are terrible. You will have days that test you. There's a saying that the universe gives us what we need, not what we want. It's there to build us. It's there to forge us to be better people. If we look at the photos this gentleman's getting, absolutely incredible. And that's us after we go through the fire. And if we have a light and positive attitude, it helps us get through them and on to the next moment. Because like the saying, "This shall pass," that's a beautiful Buddhist monk saying, even the best moments will pass. So my beautiful day, this will pass. Your beautiful day, this will pass. Tough, horrible times, this will too pass. And so as my attitudes got better each and every day, I've found that things have got easier. I've pushed myself to go and do photo and video late at night, and it's been 0 degrees lately, which is quite a shock. And I've found that going out and about in my day, I went and came across a place where I could buy beautiful hats. So I'll show you. I have this really cool Russian looking hat, and here it is here. It's got a beautiful wool inside with a leather top, and it has something to cover my ears here. Looks kind of military somewhat. However, this has been beautiful to photo with and video with when I'm out and about and walking my son, because he gets a bit over being inside. And I have some lovely gloves from Poland, leather gloves with wool inside. And so last week I got some beautiful boots as well with sheep wool at the top. And so I've got my beautiful boots to keep my feet warm with my possum socks. I've got wool and leather around my hands so they're reasonably warm, and this beautiful hat. And so I'm out photoing things now in perfect comfort. And I cannot help but see how this is what a good attitude can do. When we have a light-hearted, positive attitude, it's like having the right gear on. Whereas when we're in a horrible mood, it seems that the universe or God punishes us. It's almost like, okay, you're complaining about this, here's something else to complain about. Okay, you're upset about that, what about this as well? And there's a great example from Owen at RSD. He talks about how life, we're either spiraling up or we're spiraling down. And so one thing I've wanted to do is I've wanted to know the best way to get back on a spiral up. We all know what it's like to be on a funk, to be in a spiral down. And it's like the universe just bashes us. We just get kicked while we're down. So how do we get on a spiral up? So one thing I found is to focus on what you are grateful for. And I got this from Dr. Demartini. He was born on Thanksgiving Day, and his mother said to him, always be grateful for things. And he's really taken it to heart. He has a diary of every day, morning and evening, where he writes down what he's grateful for. And I've started doing this, and he talks about how often you'll hit a point where you'll have tears of gratitude. He calls it tears of inspiration. You're not sad, you're not overly happy. It's this beautiful, balanced emotion. It's something you've got to experience if you haven't in a while. And each day I wake up, often I say something, I write something about my beautiful son. And I've got this gratitude diary that I'm slowly filling in. I date it each day and I write as many things as I can think of. And it's amazing because it's really helped my mind get more focused on what I'm grateful for. If we look at our reticular activating system, it'll focus on what we attune it to focus on. So if we look at a laser, that's our reticular activating system. So if we focus on things that are not going well in our life, we'll see more of that. And it's hard to look away to other things. So with focusing on what you're grateful for, you're going to realize how much you have going on in your day and how much you have going on in your moments of life. And it's very hard to get in that horrible funk in the same way. I mean, even being grateful to have eyes that work, even being grateful to have ears that work. It's interesting because I've been walking around seeing people with limps, seeing people with missing limbs. There was a beggar I saw last time I was in Romania who had no legs and no arms. And it hit me. It sent a shockwave through me because it was just, what a shock. And there's always someone out there doing worse than us. We've got so much to be grateful for. And so I encourage you, get a diary and start writing down what you're thankful for. Check out the book from Dr. Demartini, and I'll put a link to some of his stuff because I just love this guy. He's the most fantastic mentor. And so I hope you found this interesting. I hope you go to your days that are blizzards with a more positive attitude. And you're like me doing the photos. You've got your gear on, you've got your boots, your feet are warm, your hands are warm, and your head's warm. And you can handle those situations. And you'll find that you have more sunny days, you'll find that you can actually see the beauty in those blizzards, and you can find that your life becomes more blessed and more easy. So bless you, my friends. Thank you so much for watching so far, and all the best.